Do you know that why they use brown glass? Hey, welcome back to another round. This is episode 24. It's good to see you, man. So this week we are trying Space Dust IPA from Elysian Brewing.
Yeah, so the reason why we got this one this week is because someone commented that they want us to try it. So when we went shopping today, we actually made sure to look. So if there's something that you want us to try, comment down below and we'll actually try our best to see if we can try it, to find it.
Elysian Brewing is based out of Seattle, Washington. 3-time large brew pub of the year at the Great American Beer Festival. Elysian Brewing operates 3 locations and a production brewery in Seattle, Washington, both known for classic styles and for flexibility and innovation. Elysian has brewed over 500 different recipes since opening in 1996. That's a lot of recipes. And just a little tidbit on the beer. It's an IPA, as it's in the name. It is an 8.2 on the ABV and a 73 on the IBU.
It's a very, very bitter drink. from what it sounds like, but we'll see. We'll see when we actually get to try it.
I feel like it's gonna be a punch in the face. All right, let's just crack into it.
Crack into it? Oh.
Second bottle.
Within... It's back to back.
Yeah.
It's back to back bottles? What is this?
Moment of silence.
And it made fancy noise.
It really didn't. Bottoms up.
Just down
Shake it up.
No, spin it and drink the whole thing.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be, with it being such a high percentage and with the IBU being as high as it is.
Exactly. 8.2% feels like nothing with this. And with the 73 IBU. I
probably won't ever get again, but if I had to get it, or like if someone gave me one, I could sit down and slowly sip it. But I don't know. In terms of flavor, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry.
It tastes like an IPA.
Yeah. There's not much at the beginning, and then you get the bitterness and kind of the hops following it up.
Do you want to go into the tasting rates?
Since, I don't know, I'm not the biggest IPA person, but I do want to get into them more. Like, I've said that a bunch, I feel like. So I'm not going to go too harsh for it, just because I'm not an IPA pro. Like, it's something that I could drink. It'd be a slow burn, but I could get through it without, I guess, struggling too much. So I'll be somewhat fair with it, and I'll do like a 5 flat.
Okay, 5 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. I think this is probably one of my favorite IPAs I've had, because I don't really like IPAs, but I think for IPAs on a standpoint, that's on the top of the spectrum. And I think I normally rank IPAs around 4 to 6, so I'll give this one like a 5.9.
Okay.
It's basically a high range of IPAs.
Pretty good. All right, we can just get into canned bottle, stupid glass thing design. Do you know that why they use brown glass?
So when they crush it up, if it goes places, people can see it.
No. It's because it's to let less sunlight through. Because if you let a lot of sunlight through, then there's a chance of like it can cause like a chemical reaction with everything that's in it and like distort the flavor and everything.
So why not just make it black?
Because then that's super expensive. Brown bottles are a lot more readily available than getting like custom sleeves or whatever printed.
The more you know.
This design and like the hop mascot they have for it is something that I remember seeing from when we went to like our liquor store so many times ago. And when we got this one recommended to us, I was like, oh, which one's that? So Ryan looked it up and he showed me a picture of the can. I was like, I know exactly which one that one is now. I guess kind of shows that it's effective.
He did something right if Nathan remembered it from a long time ago. The colors are also good. They stayed with very similar tones. So like blues, greens, cooler colors.
It's pretty straightforward, especially for it being a bottle with the limited space that's given. The one thing that I will say is I did not realize that that's the brewery name, and I thought it was Elysian Stardust until I looked everything up. That's like the one, I guess, critique.
I feel like I just have to always take down a few points for bottles because
They suck.
not that they suck, but
They're booty.
it's because of design. They have such a small place to work with that it's kind of hard to mess it up. Because when you have a whole can to design, you have to worry about all the nooks and crannies and making it look cohesive. All this, they just need a small logo on the front.
Yep.
That's my TED talk for today.
All right. I'm ready to
Yes.
shoot a number out. 6.3.
6.3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're really ready with that number. I'll give it.
Literally, I don't want to cut you off, but literally because I remember it and I knew exactly what it looked like. And I was like, they got something going for them then.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Like you talked me into giving it higher. I was probably gonna give it in the 5 range, but you talked me into giving it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Score.
Because did you realize that it was that one too? Did you like recognize this?
I will say it does kind of look familiar.
Yeah.
Like no joke, I don't know where I've seen it, but I've seen it before.
Yeah. All right. And that grand total of 5.925.
So yeah, it's a decent heavy IPA.
Yeah. It's definitely a high percentage.
Cool.
I'm already feeling it.
Yeah, thank you for the recommendation too.
It's a good one. We'll give you a thumbs up for that one. Shoot another one in the comments, okay?
Yeah. Suggest another one.
Yeah. And we'll just keep doing this until like you suggest a bad one. Then we won't take your suggestions.
Exactly. It's a one striking you out kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you next week.
For another round.
See ya.